One of the most well-known upper body exercises is the pull-up. This is a closed chain movement, and it's an excellent body weight workout requiring the use of multiple muscles throughout the arms and back. Pull-ups are simple to understand but can be difficult to perform, which makes them an excellent way to test improvement in overall body composition. Motion occurs at the elbows and shoulders while maintaining strict form in the trunk and legs. Equipment required for this exercise is hanging bar parallel to the ground.
To begin the exercise, the athlete grips the bar with both hands in a pronated position just further than shoulder width apart. The shoulders should be in full flexion, and ideally the feet are barely touching the ground, meaning the entire body will be held up with finger flexor muscles once the elbows are flexed. The athlete's back should maintain the same ideal posture position as when standing. This can be performed correctly by puffing the chest forward, which should position the spine in slight extension. The athlete will tense the abs to keep the trunk still and hang the legs straight down. The movement required to move upwards towards the bar is a combination of elbow flexion and shoulder abduction.
The athlete should stop pulling themselves upward when they no longer can or when their chin has reached the same height of the bar. This should occur at about 55 degrees of elbow flexion. And 125 degrees of shoulder adduction. The athlete will then lower themselves in a slow and controlled motion downward.
A common mistake is lowering too quickly. This takes away the eccentric portion of the exercise, an essential piece more optimal for muscle growth, and two, could potentially risk injury at the elbow and shoulder joints, as the athlete would be dropping their entire weight onto these joints at their most vulnerable position, which is full elbow extension and shoulder abduction/flexion.
Another common mistake is using the legs for momentum, as this will take the load off from the muscles that the athlete is trying to work. If the athlete finds themselves needing this extra momentum to finish the motion, it may indicate that the set should be over and the athlete should be resting to prepare for the next set or preparing for their next exercise. The athlete should stop pulling themselves upward when they no longer can or when their chin has reached the same height of the bar. This should occur at about 55 degrees of elbow flexion. And 125 degrees of shoulder adduction. The athlete will then lower themselves in a slow and controlled motion downward.
Nice.